Hey everyone! Today we're going to share with you how to create an animation using Google Slide and images. Today we're going to explore how animators manipulate images as well as text. So let's get started. Let's start with our Google launcher, and we're going to select that. Then we're going to select slides. And then when we get to slides, we're going to select the plus sign here. The first thing that I would like for you to do is to title your presentation. So we're going to select it, and I want you to type your first name, okay? So type your first name and your last name or your initial, and then I want you to add animation. Um, I will use fall as a theme for my particular animation, but you may select anything that you would like. If you want to use some other ideas, I will share with you some other ideas at the end of this presentation, but we're going to start with fall. So I'm going to title it Phillips Animation for Fall. Animators are hired normally to create excitement, evoke some type of emotion with a product. In our case, I'm going to share the feeling that we have for fall, in particular the colors. So let's start with this blank slide here, and we want to delete uh, these boxes here. We don't need them. So what we typically do, we can go to slide, and then we can go to apply layout, and then we're going to move down to blank slide. Now that we have a blank slide, we can, this section right here, we don't need this. We can X that out so that we have our empty canvas. So first things first, we're going to create a fall scene. Let's go to Insert to create a background. We'll go to Image, and let's search the web. Now, as we search the web, we're going to start with the sky. So let's say blue, let's type blue sky. Press enter. There are many different types of images that will probably make a great background that you would like. So you find the one that you really like, select it, and then press insert. Now, once you have insert, you can resize it so that it can cover the entire slide because you want all of this covered. Now, to create a fall scene, I need a grassy area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to insert, but this time I'm going to look for shapes. So I'm going to go to shape, and then I'm going to slide over to shapes, and I'm going to select this square here, and we're going to create a rectangle because what we're going to do is we're going to make a grass down here at the bottom. So we'll just use this area here. We're going to change the color, and you simply change the color by going to the fill bucket or the paint bucket, and we'll find a color that you like. If you want to use brown or if you want to use a type of green, it's up to you, and you're going to slide this here. Now that we have our grassy area here at the bottom, we want to just find a tree, or you can make a tree using shapes, but for purposes of this video, let's go to the insert and we'll just select a tree for right now. So we'll go to insert, we'll go to image, and then we're going to search the web for a tree. Now, a lot of times when you layer images together, it's good to find what's called a transparent image. And so I'm going to type the word transparent. And this gives us a good opportunity to find images that don't have a white background. So I'm going to type transparent tree. This will make it easier for me to manipulate my animation because I want to manipulate the images that we have here. And they have a lot of trees, lots of different types of trees. So I'm trying to look for a fall tree. I think a fall tree would be nice. And they have a lot of trees here. So let's see if I can go back up. Maybe I missed a tree. Because I don't really want a tree that has a lot of colors on, I mean, a lot of green colors. I want to show fall because that's the theme that I'm going for today. If this was holidays, I probably would find a Christmas tree, and that would be fine to find a Christmas tree. Now, if you want to get into the holidays, you can do that. But I want to take a look at fall. So let's see if I can find a nice fall tree. And if you can't find a fall tree, then sometimes, you really would have to actually make your own tree out of shapes. But I think I'm just going to probably have to settle for one of these trees that I saw over here. I really didn't like that one too much because I was trying to be realistic with my trees, but I might have to do something else. Okay, so we'll go for this one. Now, after you have made your selection, resize your tree if it's too large. If it's too small, you just simply select it by the corners and then just resize and place your tree wherever you like it. And there's the sun in the background, so I kind of like that. All right, so what we're going to do is think about what you want to put on your tree. If you want to use apples, you can do that. If you want to use leaves, you can do that. You can basically use any type of image that you feel that you can have move around because animation is just really an illusion of some sort. So what we're going to do is, originally I wanted a fall tree, but I think what I'm going to start, maybe I'll have a couple of leaves that are falling, and maybe we'll find some leaves that are green. So let's go to insert again. And this time we're going to go to search the web, but I'm going to go for transparent leaf because my leaves are going to actually fall out of the tree. That's the vision that I have in my head. So I'm going to see if I can find some leaves. And since my tree is bright green, we'll just stick with the green color. They have lots of different choices for you, but you find the one that you like, that you're happy with, and then we'll go from there. So what we're going to do is select a leaf, and then we're going to animate that particular leaf. So I'm going to use this one. And then, like I said, if it's too large, you always can resize it. Now, for purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how this works. Now, with this particular leaf there, I would like to use a few more. So I would go to my keyboard, Control C for copy, and Control V for paste. All right, so now that I have more than one, I'm going to turn one leaf this way, and I'll leave this leaf the other way, and I'm going to place them here. So I am probably going to make them a little bit smaller, and you can do that as well. You can make them smaller. So we're going to create a GIF of some sort because animation is the movement that we're looking at, and we're going to have it so these two leaves are falling. Now, you're going to click out of the slide here. Here are my two leaves, but you're going to come over here to the side panel over here in slide deck. You're going to select it. Make sure that you see the yellow around it. Make sure it is selected, because now go to your keyboard, go to Control D. And Control D duplicates the slide for you. Now I'm going to slightly move my leaf down, and I'm going to move both of them down so it looks realistic. So you're going to select it again and Control D. And each movement, you're going to slowly move both leaves. Go back here, make sure you select it, Control D. And then we're going to do this a couple of times so that you can see how this goes. And make sure that you select it on here. Make sure this is yellow and Control D. And I'm going to probably move this around a couple of times so that it looks realistic, because that's the whole point of this. We want it to look realistic. So make sure that you go with Control D. Select it here, Control D again. And as you can see, the leaves are falling down below. And this is going to cross over, Control D. And then we're going to have it so where they have landed, and then we will stop, and then Control D. So that took about 9 slides. Now, you can make this as complicated, as intricate as possible, but we're just sharing with you the process. So let's go to File, because now we want to put our animation together. So we're going to File, and then we're going to look for the word that says Publish to the Web. Okay. All right. So we're going to select File, and then we're going to scroll down, and we're going to go to Publish to the Web. Now, after you go to Publish to the Web, you're going to select it. And it's going to say every 3 seconds. That's the default that you see right there. Okay. But you don't want that. You're going to select second. And where it says start slideshow as soon, let's do that. And let's restart as well. So we're going to publish to the web. Select OK. All right. Now you will see this. So the slides are going to move very fast every second. Okay, so we're going to see how fast that is. Now, here it says press Control C to copy, so do that. Control C. And now here we're going to create a new tab. Now, right here, we're already there. Our cursor's in our Omnibox. You're going to go to Control V to paste. Now, if you can see this, it says the speed delay here is 1,000, but we want it to be even less than that, because remember, we're creating a little animation GIF, and we want it to be a little bit faster. So let's go to 100, and let's see how that looks. All right, so now press enter, and there's your animation. All right, so let's try that. Come up with some other ideas, and have fun.